Hello friends, the topic for today's discussion is Article 12, state as defined under Article 12, and also meaning of the expression other authorities as appearing in Article 12 of the Constitution of India. So first, how does Article 12 define state? Article 12 says that unless the context otherwise requires, state includes the government and Parliament of India, the government and legislature of each of the states, and all local or other authorities within the territory of India or under the control of Government of India. So let us now discuss or explain these expressions we are getting under Article 12. First, Government of India, that is, it is representing the central government. Then Parliament of India, it is representing the central legislature. Then state governments and state legislatures, and also all local or other authorities within the territory of India and all local or other authorities under the control of Government of India. Now let us explain what is an authority, what is a local authority, and what is other authority. But before that, what is the territory of India or within the territory of India? According to Article 1 Clause 3, territory of India means the territories of states and union territories as specified in Schedule 1, and also such other territories as may be acquired. Under the control of Government of India means in Mastan Sahib versus Chief Commissioner Pondicherry, AIR 1963, Supreme Court 533, Supreme Court said that an authority can be said to be under the control of Government of India when government has the power to give direction to function in a particular way or in a particular manner. When government is having this power to give direction to any authority, that the manner in which it should function, then the authority can be said to be under the control of Government of India. Now comes what is an authority. According to Webster's dictionary, authority means a person or body having the power to command. Now in the context of Article 12, authority means a body having the power to make rules, regulations, bylaws, etc. So we have seen authority. Now comes local authority. According to section 3 subsection 31 of the General Clauses Act 1897, local authorities refer to municipalities, district boards, panchayats, etc. Now other authorities. The expression other authorities has always been a subject of debate, explanation and interpretation. In this session, we will try to understand of the words or the meaning of the expression other authorities, and this will involve discussion of series of case laws. At least 7 case laws we are going to discuss. So these are the case laws which will try to clarify the meaning of the expression other authorities. First, University of Madras versus Shantabai, AIR 1954, Madras High Court 67. In this case, Madras High Court held that while interpreting the expression other authorities, the rule of ejusdem generis should be applied. Now, the rule of ejusdem generis is a rule of interpretation which says that when in a provision of law there are both specific words and general words, and if the general words follow the specific words, then interpretation or meaning of the general word should be like specific words, because the specific words create a genus and the general word should be interpreted to include something which will come within the genus. So, Madras High Court held that ejusdem generis rule should be applied, and the expression other authority will include a body or an authority which is performing governmental functions. This is very interesting as to some other point, that whether university is a state or not, this was also in the question in this case, and applying this ejusdem generis rule, Madras High Court held that university is not a state. But in Ujjam Bai versus State of UP, AIR 1962 SC 1621, Supreme Court refused to accept the restrictive approach of Madras High Court while interpreting the expression other authorities, and Supreme Court said that while interpreting the expression other authorities as appearing in Article 12, ejusdem generis rule cannot be applied. That means this observation of Supreme Court was a liberal one. That means new authorities or bodies could be included within the expression other authorities. But one thing I would like to say over here is that no body or no authority by choice would like to be included within the expression other authorities. Why? Because once it is included within the scope of the words other authorities, it will be a state. Once it is a state, it will be answerable for the fundamental rights. So, no authority by choice would like to be governed or like to be included within the expression other authorities. So, in Ujjam Bai versus State of UP, Supreme Court rejected the Madras High Court's restrictive attitude while interpreting the expression other authority, and held that ejusdem generis rule cannot be applied. Finally, in Electricity Board Rajasthan versus Mohan Lal, AIR 1967 SC 1857, Supreme Court said that the expression other authorities is wide enough to include bodies or authorities constituted or formed under the Constitution of India or under any statute on whom powers are conferred. This was a landmark judgment, because for the first time categorically it was observed that constitutional bodies or statutory bodies will be other authorities. Constitutional bodies like the bodies which are created under the Constitution of India, like Election Commission of India, Public Service Commission, these are all other authorities, and bodies created under some statutes will also be other authorities. The next case on the point is Sukhdev Singh versus Bhagat Ram, AIR 1975 SC 1331. Applying the test laid down in Mohan Lal's case, Supreme Court held all three statutory authorities, that is LIC, ONGC and IFC, Industrial Finance Corporation, to be other authorities. But in this case, Honorable Justice Mathew, in a separate judgment, he suggested or proposed a broader test, that was the test of agency or instrumentality of the government. However, that was not concretized in this Sukhdev Singh's case. This agency or instrumentality of the government formula was further concretized in Ramanna Dayaram Shetty versus International Airport Authority of India, AIR 1979, SC 1628. In this case, why this agency or instrumentality of the government of India formula was considered? Because see, Mohanlal's judgment, though it was a landmark judgment, yet a major area was left out by this judgment, because it talked about only the bodies or authorities created under the Constitution of India or under any statute, but it was silent as to the status of non-statutory bodies or registered bodies. What will happen if a society registered under Societies Registration Act violates our fundamental rights? Then a society, it is not a statutory body, it is not created under any statute, rather it is recognized or registered under the Societies Registration Act, and under the same act so many societies are registered. So, societies are not created under Societies Registration Act, societies are registered under Societies Registration Act. But Mohanlal's judgment was silent as to this registered or non-statutory or recognized authorities. Honorable Justice Bhagwati in Ramanna Dayaram Shetty case, he said that if any authority is acting as the agency or instrumentality of the government, then it is another authority and it will be held to be a state. It will be answerable for our fundamental rights. Now, the question arises, in what circumstances or when we can say that now a particular body is acting as the agency or instrumentality of the government? In Ramanna Dayaram Shetty case itself, 5 guidelines were laid down to determine whether a body or an authority is acting as the agency or instrumentality of the government or not. What are those guidelines? Number 1, if the entire share capital is held by government, if the entire share capital of the authority or body is held by the government, then it is an agency or instrumentality of the government. Secondly, though the entire share capital is not held by the government, still financial assistance given by the government is so large which is sufficient to meet all expenditure. Number 3, the government is exercising a deep and pervasive control over the authority or body. Number 4, the authority or body is enjoying monopoly status and it is supported by the government. And number 5, if the authority is performing functions of public importance or governmental functions, then also it is an agency or instrumentality of the government. So, these are the 5 guidelines laid down in R.D. Shetty case. Now, application of this test in the next case, that was Som Prakash versus Union of India, AIR 1981 SC 212. Applying this agency or instrumentality of the government formula, Bharat Petroleum, which was a government company, was held to be another authority by the Supreme Court of India. This was in Som Prakash versus Union of India, AIR 1981 SC 212. Finally, in another landmark judgment of Ajay Hasia versus Khalid Mujib Sarwardi, AIR 1981 SC 487, a society registered under Societies Registration Act 1898 was held to be another authority. So, in this session we have discussed the definition of state as given under Article 12, then meaning of certain expressions appearing in article 12, meaning of an authority, local authority, and especially meaning of the expression other authorities, which involved a series of case laws that we have tried to briefly analyze. Up to this for now, thank you for watching.